Hi guys. Today I'm going to show you a few things about using Microsoft Word. And as you can see, we've opened up a brand new document in Microsoft Word. When you open it up, your font size, the margins, and all kinds of things about your document are going to be set to the default, which means that the program chooses what they are. Today, I'm going to show you how to choose what you want to see on the page. Okay? Primarily, I'm going to stick to two tabs, Home, and this is the Home ribbon. That's what we call this long piece that stretches across the top of the screen. And Insert, and the Insert ribbon. Those are where you're going to find most of the things you want to do to a document, and so I'm going to start there. If anybody has any questions or things they would like me to make a video about, please email me. And if you don't know how to do that, you can take a look at the How to Email a Teacher video. Okay, so here we are with our standard document, and I'm going to type something on the screen that you can see. Hi everyone, this is my video. Let's say I like it, but I don't love it. And what happens if I want to change part of it so that it's bigger and in a different font? What you do is click the mouse button and hold it down, drag it across the screen until you have what you want highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and change this font. Right now we see up here that the font name is Calibri and its size is 11. I'm going to choose something really wacky. How about Broadway? That's really big and graphic. And let's say I want it to be really big, really easy to read, so I'm going to make the font bigger. The bigger the number, the bigger the font. Okay? Just a word of caution, guys. Justin and Heda and all the rest of your teachers, we don't ever want to see a font like this for a school paper. For a school paper, it's very important that your font and your size is very clear and easy to read. So for a school paper, what we want to see is a size of either 10, 11, or 12. If it's smaller than 10, it's too hard to read. And if it's bigger than 12, teachers tend to think that you're just trying to fill space. So stick to those numbers. I'm going to choose 11 right in the middle. And I'm going to pick a nice font for school. The default font, Calibri, is good for school. Another classic choice is Times New Roman. When I was in school, Times New Roman was what we wanted to choose. It's up to you what you like, but choose a font that's easy to read, Calibri or Times New Roman. Okay, so let's say instead of random things, we have a paper that we've written and we want to make a title page. So I'm going to say my paper on human cloning. I know some of you did things like this for IPC. The title always goes in the center of the page, a title page by itself. And how do we get this to the center? You actually click here, right above paragraph, and it says center text. If you hover your mouse over all the buttons, it'll tell you what they do. So center text. Bam, there it is. And the text will keep centering until you tell it not to. So, since this is my title page, I'm going to put the title of my paper, the name of my teacher, and my name. And that way we know who the paper belongs to. Okay, here we go. Another thing I might want to put into my paper is my essay that goes with it, or whatever it is that I'm doing. You might notice it's still centered, so what we need to do is go up here above paragraph and align the text to the left. And it'll give us back the main page. My paper on human cloning is awesome. Everything about it is so well researched that you don't even have to read it. Let's say this is the start of my paper. Obviously, we're going to hope that you write something a little bit more substantial. You'll notice that I indented the first line of the paragraph, and I did that by hitting tab. Tab. That's all you need. Another thing you might notice is that this paper is single-spaced. Sometimes teachers will ask you to double space or something like that, so it's even easier for them to read. The way that you double space is, once again, you highlight your text by holding down the mouse button, go up to paragraph, and there's this little square button at the end of the paragraph tab. Click, and you'll see right here, line spacing. It says multiple. We want to go ahead and set it to double, and we're going to tell it don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. When we press OK, we see it moves that line down, so now you get a really clear, easy to read paragraph with double spacing. Let's say we're designing something for a class, so it's not exactly an essay. What happens if we want to make something bold? Highlight what you want to bold and come up here to the capital B underneath font. Click, and you'll see it's bold. Let's say we want to emphasize something by using italics. Once again, you click to highlight what you want. You go over here to the I underneath font, click, and it's italics. Okay, next thing, let's say we want to underline. I'm going to emphasize you don't even have to read it by underlining it. Go up here to the U underneath font, click, and it's underlined. There's all there is to the text. So now we know how to find the font name, how to change the font size, how to bold, italicize, and underline text. The next thing we want to do is, what if we want to change some colors? Maybe we're not doing a serious essay, so we want to make something really fun looking. Highlight what you want to change, and come up here to this A with a colored bar underneath it. If you click the down arrow that's next to it, you can choose any color that you like. And the next time you want to change font the same color, you just click the button and it'll change to the same color, in this case blue. Okay. It looks like that's pretty much all you guys are going to need to know about the home bar. The most important things you'll be using often are going to be bold, italicized, and underline, as well as changing the font. Sometimes you might change the color. And if you have to do something like this, where you want to make a title page, you can move the font around by using these three buttons here. And just so you remember, in order to change the spacing of the lines to be double spaced, you click this button beside paragraph, and it's line spacing. Right there you can see it's double, and we checked don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. That is our paper so far. One thing I realize you guys might want to do if you're typing up a serious essay, perhaps this paper on human cloning, is add page numbers. So in order to do that, we go up to the Insert tab, we say Insert Header, and this is going to be an area that comes up at the top of every single page. And right over here on the left side, page number is an option. Top of page, I like to put mine in the right hand corner, so I'm going to do it like this. And you can see it's already formatted for you. If you close the header and footer, you can see it's there. It's very subtle, but it will print out so that you can see it. Page number 1 and page number 2. Fantastic.